There we go. I apologize for any inconvenience. Hey there. Hey there. All right. I got the mic turned on. I didn't have it turned on. It is now dismissed. All right. Let me go ahead and put that on vibrate. All right. Let's get this party started. We are about to get started. I am Cookie B. It is 5:00 and we are about to have a conversation. Now, as you know, I like to start with something positive. As you can see, I do not have on a statement shirt today. Hey there, Nana. I do not have on a statement shirt today because I'm going to a belated, hey D-Lo, I'm going to a belated birthday dinner with my good friend Coco. She's taking me to dinner. Hey Godiva. Hey there. Hey, Toy, you welcome in. I'm going to a belated birthday dinner with my girlfriend Coco. So that's why I don't have a statement shirt on. I do want to let you know that, hold on, let me put my glasses on so I can see y'all. We're about to pull our positive card for the weekend. The weekend is here, y'all. Okay. So let's pull. I think I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pull, this one. All right. Let's see what the card says. It says, believe. Hey, Callie. Hey there. Believe. When we marry intention with action, miracles happen. As you know, these cards are by Cheryl Richardson. They're so old, but I used to use these on a daily basis to say, just to try to do something positive or say something positive. So I found them. So this weekend, I want you to believe. When you marry intention with action, miracles happen. So we're going to believe. All right. Now, as you know, I start off with, what's going on today, of course. And we got a lot of news going on today. I do want to start off with the birthdays. Migos rapper Takeoff. Today is his birthday. He was born in 1994 in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Also, I think a lot of us have disowned him. And I apologize, y'all. If it seems like I'm yelling or talking real loud, there's something going on with my ear. And I don't know what's going on. Hey, Mark. Hey there. Brian McKnight. I think a lot of us don't really mess with him as much because of he was going through some issues and whatever. But Brian McKnight, born in 1957, his birthday. Hey, Piggy Boo. His birthday is today. Also, Nathan Morris, born in 1971, one of the founding members of Boyz II Men. His birthday is today. Crazy Bone Thugs and Harmony. We're going to tell everybody and it's the first of the month. Wake up. Crazy Bone. His birthday, he was born in 1973 in Cleveland. He's from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then O.T. Ganassis, which is also known as Otis Oliver Flores, born in 1987 in Long Beach, California. He gained mainstream fame with club hits like Coco and Cut It. Man, your hair too long. You need to cut it. Yeah, he did that. Also, today in Black history, in 1862, Brian went to the left. Yeah, he did. He went to the left, and I don't know what that is all about, but that's okay. In 1862, on this day, the U.S. Congress officially abolished slavery in all territories. And as you guys know, tomorrow is Juneteenth, when Black people in the South, some of them in different states, finally realized that they were free. In 1941, Tuskegee scientist George Washington Carver was awarded an honorary Doctor of Science degree by the University of Rochester. Also in 1981, Sally Ride became the first American woman in space, but she was supported by trailblazing Black NASA mathematician engineers like Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and those were the two women. I want to say, I cannot think of that movie, but you know what I'm talking about. The movie where Taraji P. Henson, when they helped calculate everything. They helped calculate everything. The calculations made the space flights possible. Also in 1991, Wellington Webb was elected mayor of Denver, Colorado, making him the first African American to hold that post. Okay. Also, something I want to mention. Huh? I look frozen? Okay, my daughter, I hope you guys can see me. My daughter said something about I look frozen, but I hope I don't. Today was the opening, the soft opening of, a grand opening of the Obama Foundation, which is the Obama Presidential Center. I heard and saw some pictures already. I heard that it is beautiful. Sasha and Malika, I think that's her name. They have grown up and they look gorgeous. Oh my gosh, those girls look gorgeous. Also, the Obama presidential, it opened and most of the previous presidents were there, except we don't even count the man that's in office right now because he's not really a president, but I digress. But that opened to Malia. Thank you. I couldn't think of her name, but I'm like Malia. Thank you, Kelly. Malia. They look so gorgeous. Those girls have really, really grown up. Really good. Also, I just found out, this was just discovered, Mystikal. Danger! Get on the floor. The proof is right here. Mystikal has now been sentenced to 20 years for the rape case. 20 years in jail for the rape case. Oh my gosh. I don't understand it, but okay. And Faizon Love. Now he's a comedian. He also played Big Worm. Faizon also, where he played in something else that I was just reading about. Elf. He played in the Will Ferrell movie. Faizon has now been arrested in Florida for violating a court order. Actor Faizon Love, has been arrested in Florida for violating a court order. Now, I've read so many stories earlier about Faizon where he said he, was too poor to pay child support. I don't know if this is going through that, but yes. And the mug picture that they have up there of him, yeah, you must have to look at that. Godiva says, hey, Godiva, girl, he need his ass whooped. All the ladies that would give it to him, and he gonna be charged for taking it. Godiva, I am right there with you because I cannot understand that. Hey, Vanetta, hey, girl, and Mystikal raped 2 women. Yeah, he was my guy too. I thought he was. I don't understand that he raped 2 women. So you're right. And on this day, Cookie B, will Calvin or Will of Wisdom be joining us? I don't know yet. They kind of come in a little later. Calvin had advised me. Calvin had advised me that he had been working a lot of hours lately. So I don't know if he's going to join. I hope he does. Will usually is driving to his prayer circle during this time. So I'm hoping that he too, of course, can jump in every now and then. Also, I know we talked about this and I gave you a little, I do too, Mark. I despise criminals. I don't understand it. Why you have to take it. And Mystikal, I mean, I was one of them women too. I may have let him get it. I may have let him tap that. I may have because, I don't understand why they have to. I definitely don't understand that. And Vanetta, welcome to Conversations with Cookie B. Now, I want to tell you guys know that I'm still on my dry June. I'm trying, but it's not going to work because I already know today when I go to this restaurant that I've been wanting to go to that I'm going to have a drink. So my good buddy Derek, Mr. Mason, who's one of my brothers of the leaf, he advised me too that maybe I should do it in intervals, like 7 days or 14 days, because going a month is getting kind of hard for me. She has Calvin working day and night. I don't know, but I must say, and I'm going to go back to that right now. He looked very happy. She looked very happy. They did. Yeah. No, friend. Let's do mocktails. Bernetta, let me advise you. Let me advise you. The sugar. Now today, my daughter did go. Let me back up. So today I have been baking. I've been baking since 10 o'clock this morning. This is my cake weekend for Tap and Ash. As you guys know, I go to my little cigar lounge and I sell my cakes. You know, hey, I got that cake. What you need? I got that cake. So I usually sell my cakes, as well as I had 2 cake orders and a cookie order. Now, if you know, you know. You see these right here? These them Chicago public school cookies. And baby, ever since I got that recipe from Kat, can't nobody mess with them. Can't nobody mess with these here. Can't nobody mess with them. I got them Chicago public school cookies right here. I sell a dozen for $15. And baby, that's good. That's good. Toya, I may have one shot. You're right. I may have one. I have been drinking a lot of water. I am still doing my sea moss. Now, I got up this morning, took my sea moss, and said, you know what? I feel like baking. Now, usually I bake the day of. So if I'm going to sell cakes that day, I get up Friday morning and make them. I get up Saturday morning and make them. I get up Sunday morning and make them. This weekend, I'll be selling cakes. Must have the lunchroom cookies. Good Lord. Yes, I do. Yes. Hold on one moment, y'all. Sorry about that. So this weekend I was selling cookies. I will share with you. This weekend I said I was going to sell cakes on Friday and Saturday. Now Sunday has been kind of slow. So with Sunday being slow, too much sugar equals fermentation. Shut up. You're right, Mark. You're right. Believe me, I am trying to do my best to get better at this. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I was doing this because of this little ring that I've been wearing. And I took it off because I had to charge it. But this little ring that's been measured in my heart rate and everything that. But I have been baking since 10 o'clock this morning. I finally finished at about 3:30 when I did the cookies. But I must say, whatever Miss Tilly, my girlfriend Tracy, put in that sea moss, it gives me energy to do stuff. It makes me think about what I have to do for the day. And I can just go ahead and knock it out. So I was like, oh, I might as well go. Now today, Thursday. I said, I can go that way. I'm going to go ahead and bake right now. That just means on Friday, I don't have to bake. On Saturday, I don't have to bake. They'll already be ready. My girlfriend, Kim, my ship, thank you very much for your cake order for your 2 cakes. She's having a cousin weekend. And all right, y'all, that's enough because I'm going to tell y'all today's topic was kind of inspired. Oh, I'm sorry. And I meant to tell you guys also too. I am wearing earrings custom made by Cherie, Chire, Cherie Jewelry. She makes these earrings and I love them. You know, they're very lightweight. They are not heavy at all. And you can hit her up on Instagram, Cherie, Chire Jewelry. Cherie Jewelry. So this is hers and I want to thank her very much for the earrings. All right. So I want to ring, what you say? I want to ring like Underdog to carry my blue super energy pills. Mark, you was hilarious. You are hilarious. So I know I left you guys with some teasers on Tuesday because I'm excited. So I know I left you guys some teasers about a date. The date that yes, I love these. These are the pair I put on today. I know she has other ones that I have about 4 pair of her earrings. Are they pre-made? I love them, but I prefer them a little smaller. Yes. Only thing you have to do is let her know. So if you say, hey, I saw Cookie B wearing these circular earrings. I saw Cookie be wearing these circular earrings, but I want them a little smaller. And just tell her, because of your neck size or something like that, the way they hang. So you can advise her of that. And yes, she will custom make them. Now I can make them, but now I can advise you, Vernetta. They may not look exactly like these because she does have a variance that she'll put on each earring. So mine may look like this. Yours may have more zigzag. Yours may have less zigzag, but no two pair are really the same. Now, my daughter has already put on there, who did I ask on a date? Now, I have a little crush on someone, and I asked him. I said, hey, what are you doing, this weekend? Perhaps maybe, we can hang out. We could go get something to eat. Hey, Angie, maybe we could, play a little game, like go to, like PT's has, what do you call it? I'm saying billiards, but they have pool tables and stuff like that. So I said, hey, Coco, I said, I'm going to, would you be interested in going? And his response more or less was, I'm telling you right now who I asked on a date. You don't need to know his name, but just know that he was like, not right now. He is at a point in his life right now where, he has to finish up. Is he a father? Yeah, he is a father. He has children. Yes. He is tall, I must say, but he advised me that it's not a good time because he's going through something right now. So I shot my shot. With all due respect, I respect his response because he said he's going through something right now. So that was that. Now, I just want to say this. I wasn't heartbroken or anything like that. I felt very, very respected. And when he said that to me, he was like, I would love to. And I don't even want you, because I was like, I'm going to take you on a date. And he said, I wouldn't even want you to take me on a date. I want to get to a point. I want to be able to, I want to take you on a date, but right now is not the time. I just said, okay, I shot my shot. All right. So I want to also talk about, that's great. I did. I shot my shot. Now, I'm not heartbroken or anything like that. When I told the universe that I am open and willing, sometimes you have to, you heartbroken for me. I'm not. Let me say this. I'm glad he was man enough to say that, not waste my time. He does know, because I told him, I said, I'm interested, and getting to know you better. So I did kind of do I'm letting you know my intention, but he was saying that he is very much a man. So when he says that he is very much a man and he didn't want me to ask him, I just said, oh, okay. So I was kind of, wait a minute. We appreciate him not accepting and taking you through with him. I appreciate that too, Vernetta. I appreciate that too. So I just said, oh, okay. Now, he did say, that don't mean he wouldn't circle back. I also said, well, Harpo, don't make me wait too long. So it was a joke. I was like, well, Harpo, don't make me wait too long. But I respected that. I did. I respected that. So I'm sure, I'm still going to be, trying to shoot my shot to somebody else now. The next thing, yes, Angie, he was a gentleman. The next thing I want to say about this is, you guys, we were talking about, this brought it up, Calvin. We were talking about Calvin last show, and we know that he has now found the one. We know, hey there, Trina. We know that he has now found the one. So I was talking to my daughter, we was having these questions and we were thinking about it. And, we were also like saying, cause I was like, well, how did he know this the one? And men know. That's what they say. Men know. So I had wrote down some stuff because I'm like, well, how does he know that's the one? He also advised me that the woman that he is engaged to be married to, that he knew her before. So I know on previous shows, we talked about this, spinning the block. We talked about this. We talked about, someone, we say spin the block, we mean it in a good way. And when I say in a good way, I'm saying that it's somebody where you met them at that time. It may have been the right person, but the wrong time. So y'all tried it. It didn't work out. But now that person comes back into your life. So when they come back into your life, maybe now is the right time. So he has then, I'm going to turn this off to see if this make a difference. Yeah, that made a difference. Hold on one moment, y'all, because this just seemed like it was too much light on me. Okay. So that means that you ain't missed much, Trina. I watched one of your videos about love, commitment, and the difference between the two. Yes, there's a difference because some people nowadays are reconnecting. Let me say that. I've heard all too many times about the dating pool. I've heard all too many times on both men and women's sides where they saying it's full of piss. The dating pool is full of shit. And a lot of people just say, well, I may go back to my ex or something that's familiar to them. Now I bring that up also because, excuse me, one of my shows, we talked about spinning the block, going back to someone that you know, because maybe at that time it is the right person, but the wrong time. So you have to grow together. You have to have some reason to grow together, to get to know each other, to grow up, because there are a lot of couples who have been together since childhood friends, high school, a lot of that. So maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe now, and this is in Calvin's case, you meet again and you say, hey, let's try this again. Now, Mark says, love can absolutely be the reason someone chooses commitment. It might whisper, this matters. I believe it might whisper, this matters. I believe we can build something here. Emotional gravity pulls the mind into alignment. First, the heart. Then the mind signs the contract. Here's the twist in the current. The heart can whisper potential, but the mind sometimes romanticizes it. Commitment steps in and asks, will you still build? When the inspiration isn't singing. Commitment requires backbone. Now, Mark says he's trying to spin the block right now. Now, when you're spinning the block, Mark, I want to hear more about that. And I want you to tell me your story, because sometimes it may be the right person, but the wrong time. Sometimes it is when you get older. Now, I must say that when I look back over my life and I think about some exes, and when I say exes, just some men that I've been involved with. There's a man in Chicago that you mentioned his name, and I would just melt. And both of us were both in, so it was funny because both of us were both in relationships at the time. But there was something about our attraction to each other. There was something that kept us gravitating to each other. And he couldn't deny it, neither could I. And one time we sat down, just had a conversation, and we would laugh and joke and stuff like that. But we admitted it. It was just like, man, I'm just really attracted to you. Oh my, I mean, we couldn't explain it because he had somebody and I had somebody, and I didn't really have anybody. I don't want to say that. I just was involved with somebody. His was more of a commitment. Mine was not. So I was kind of open, like really, I was available, because I could have easily said, I'm done. I would have went on. But this man that I'm speaking of, he still has a certain way that he touches my heart. Let me say that. Now, there's always one, they say. There's always one that is your first true love, your first love, or there's somebody that you say, yeah, I hit that again. I would definitely hit that again. There's always one, always one. But I must say, when I was doing my show today, I said, let me think about something that we hadn't really talked about. So pulled one of my cards, and y'all know I believe in the universe. I believe in the universe, and it answers questions. Now, as you guys know, I also said that I'm going to do a segment on what my mama said. Now, when I pulled this card, I couldn't do nothing but laugh because I was thinking about the topic today. But I also thought about my mama said, I'm trying not to get emotional. Well, let me read the card because let me try not to get emotional. My card that I pulled says, who is someone you wish you could reconnect with? I'm not lying. I am not lying. Who is someone that you wish you could reconnect with? Now, when I'm thinking about today's topic, I was saying, because I thought about Calvin's situation, how he love came back. It happened to be somebody he was familiar with, came back. My mama also used to say, and I'm sure your mothers have said this too, be careful out there. Be careful. And don't burn bridges. Now, I'm sure your mother has said that too, or somebody in your family has said that too. Don't burn your bridges. Now, the person that I'm speaking of that I was like, man, I wish we could reconnect. I wish we could reconnect. I never burned a bridge with him. We have always remained friends. We have always remained cordial to each other. But also, when it comes to him, yeah, mama used to say, take your time, young man. Yeah. But I was also remembering because my mother knew this person. My mother was like, you know how your mama know? So when my mother met him, she said, what's going on with y'all? And I laughed. And I'm like, huh? She said, oh, honey, what's going on with y'all? So we all have that maternal instinct. And women know we have intuition. But she did say, what's going on with y'all? And I couldn't do nothing but smile. And the smile that I gave said enough, because she just said, that was it. Now, I wish I could reconnect with him because we're both older now. Our kids are grown. I think things would be different, a lot different between he and I now, but we'll see. We won't. But I did say I was going to call and say, let me just see how you doing. But what happens when you want to reconnect with someone because why? Could it be because they're safe? Could it be because you don't want to do the work in trying to get to know somebody new? Or could it be that at that point, it was the right person, but the wrong time? So I'm asking you guys in the comments, if there was somebody you could reconnect with, who and why? Now, I really don't need to know the who because I don't know them. But why would you want to reconnect? Is it because we don't want to do the work? Is it because you're more comfortable because you know them? It's familiar? Or you just know that it's going to be good? You just know it. So I'm asking that question because Lord, y'all can put it in the chat. Also, the second card I pulled, and this is hilarious because it was now this one was out of vulnerability. But when I pulled a card out of intimacy, it said, if an ex contact you right now, how would you respond? Now, this is hilarious. I shuffled the cards, but when the universe and when you ask questions, it answers. It answers. That's something also that my mama used to say. If you want to know the answer to a question, ask the universe, and I promise you, you will get your answer. So there's so many times when I just say, oh, God, what am I going to do? Or what should I do? If you truly are asking the universe, my mama said you will get your answer. So Toya, you said you got 2 or 3 for you. And that's all right. That's all right. If there's 2 or 3 that in your past that you wish you could reconnect with, sometimes we need to grow up. Sometimes we need to do something a little different. Sometimes they need to grow up. But I must say, I was reading my notes right now. Spinning the block may not be that bad. Spinning the block may not be that bad, especially if both of you are single. When we had our conversation Tuesday, I also said, what happens when you see your ex and you still get butterflies? Now, I can honestly say, when it comes to the person I meant 2 as in comfortable with, and 3 as in it would be good. You're right. Sometimes we don't. And I say this, like I said, I've been having conversations with other people, and they've been really talking about the dating pool. And when it comes to dating or trying to find someone, a lot of them say nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to take the time to really get to know each other. So they just say, I'm going to go with what's familiar, or I know what's familiar. And when we say spin the block, we're not talking about spinning the block on bullshit. Let me say that. If you know that it was abusive or something like that, we're not talking about that. We're talking about actual relationships where things did not end bad or anything like that. She can call me and I get butterflies. Wow. Mark, that's not, now you know what? Was she an ex? Because one of my exes I recently saw, I must say, and the sight of him still gave me a little butterfly, because I was like, wow, you look nice. You still look nice. You still look good to me. You still look good to me. You're still attractive. I'm still attractive to you. I was just like, wow. Now I didn't say this to him at all, because I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody's situation. But me setting sights on him and looking at him, I was like, wow, I got a little twinkling in my stomach. I got a little butterfly. So that was kind of strange, because I was like, no, we good. But then seeing him, I was like, oh, well, that's what I said to myself. So anyway, March, he can call you and you still get butterflies. Then that means that I believe that means that's a true soul connection. So on these 2 cards, I'm telling y'all, I was cracking up, because who is somebody that you could reconnect with? And I would love, if I see her, I hope somebody near has some smelling salts. You gonna pass out? You gonna pass out? Go on, Mark. Mark, is it possible that you could be? Hold on, let me take another bite of this cookie. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, Mark. Is it possible that this could be a love connection for you? we may have to, ask, I may have to get you on the show and say, hey, I need you to explain this to me. Sorry about that, you guys. So here, these two cards.
Beautiful. You've got a text message.
Smell it. Okay. These two cards. First one says, who is someone you wish you could reconnect with? We've talked about that. If an ex contacted you right now, how would you respond? Now, it depends because when we say ex, it depends on how far back. Because there's a couple of exes in Chicago that I probably would be like, I don't know. I know my girlfriend Trina, she saw an ex of mine that I was engaged to be married to. And he was like, give her my number, blah, 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 blah. And I just said, oh, okay. So she gave me the number. So when she gave me the number, I decided to give him a call. So I said, well, hey there, how you doing? He was like, man, I saw your girl and da-da-da-da-da. What you been doing? Kind of went through that little rundown. And he was like, what? You had a baby? It depends on the ex. Right. It does depend on that, Toya. So I'm just saying, we talking about the good ones. If you, and some reason y'all broke up and that's okay, but I'm talking about the good ones. I talked to him on the phone. He was like shocked that I had a child because I never wanted, he knew my story. Like I never really wanted any children and all that stuff. And he said, yeah. I said, yeah, I got a daughter. She's 24, 25, at the time I talked to him. But he did nothing for me. He was, maybe I can come out that now. Yeah. I was just like, well, it was nice that you asked about me. I'm flattered, blah, blah, blah. And I think after that, I blocked the number because I don't even know why you wanted me to contact you. I mean, I just, hey, that's it. So, yeah, that was it. We don't have to contact each other anymore. It was okay. There was a reason. Now, I can tell you the reason we're no longer engaged is because he was because I told you guys I've been engaged 3 times. He was one of the ones where looked up. I don't know why you gave me this ring and I see you with another woman. Yeah. Why? What was the purpose of you asking me to marry you? And he proposed to me at Red Lobster. We went out to eat back then. I think it was in the 90s because I didn't have any children. So yeah, it was in the early 90s. We went out to eat, the waitress came over. I think I ordered a dessert. And yeah, I'm like, what is this ring? And he got on one knee, proposed to me at Red Lobster. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just like, wow. And then about a month or 2 later, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that I was able to dodge that bullet because no. Mark says in my Bobby DeBarge voice, I call her name and it eases my pain. I call her name. It takes away the strain. Look at you. Go ahead on. Everything's a song. I do. Mark, I want to also tell you, thank you for the 2 songs. Mark did send me some more songs in my inbox. And I was listening to one of them that was an instrumental and another one. So I have to let y'all listen to the other one. But I downloaded Conversate. I got to put that back on my thing so it'll play in the background when I send out my invite. So I'm going to be using that. Thank you so much, Mark. Angie says, Mark, laughing out loud. Yeah. I thought about that. Now, this is funny because when I think about some of my exes or something like that, I believe that there was a reason why, I know everything has a reason why I'm not married yet, or why those relationships didn't work. My first engagement, I was in high school. Yeah. Didn't know much, but my relationship in high school, it was a violent it was a domestic relationship, meaning that he put hands on me. That was it. And I didn't understand why. And he was very, very, very jealous. Very, very jealous. Why? I don't know. Cause I was faithful. My second guy that I was engaged to, that was the one I just told you guys about, where I'm like, I don't even know why you asked me to marry you if you with somebody else. But he was also the type that wanted women to take care of him, meaning that, you know, didn't really keep a job, anything like that. He had a job when I met him though, but you know, he was more into the women taking care of him, or he was going to move in with me. No, we weren't going to build anything together. The third engagement, that was my daughter's father. We were just long distance. It just wasn't going to work out to me, because every time it was time to plan something, what we doing? So, you know, we just wound up, you know, not having an engagement, but I told him, I said, you were a great boyfriend, but you was really a fucked up fiance. So I ended the engagement, but we still kind of, you know, we're together. And then I got to a point just saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. And that was like September 9th of 2011. I'm just like, dude, we've been together almost 10, 13 years. I'm done. You know, you in Chicago, I would never tell you to leave your job to come move with me, live here and start all over again. So he and I are still friends to this day. We still co-parent. We still, you know, raise Kanai together, but, well, she's raised already, but you know what I mean. But just wondering. So when it comes to reconnecting with an ex, he would be also one that I would reconnect with because of familiarity. Like, he knew me, like he treated me very, very well. The familiarity, like I really like excitement, spontaneous. He was one of those ones. Let's go. Come on. You know, he was really one of those guys that to this day, I was just like, man, I wish, you know, if I could meet somebody and if I could take a bunch of them, like the men that have been in my life, and, you know, just if I could build them, you know, like you build a bear or Lego, if I could put them on there, you know, we could always say, if I had this from this one and this from this one and this from this one, I you know, I could make up my own man. But, you know, I digress. So I'm laughing, you guys, because this was kind of sensitive to me, because I also thought about it, because I said, have you guys, and I don't know if I've ever asked you this before, and I may have you ever had love at first sight? And did it last? Have you ever had love at first sight? Put it in the comments, yes or no. And did it last? Did it last? Now, Toya, you're right. Why can't we put them all together? Because I do think about that. If I could build one, I'd be like this. If he had this one from this one, this one from this one, this one from this one, and this one from this one, I would have the perfect man. I would have the perfect man. So I can tell you that when I'm praying, y'all, I do say that. I'll be like, man, if he had such and such, and if he did this, you know, so the man that's coming to me, I know he will have all of that, all of that. The next, I want to tell you guys, when I was pulling, do you believe in second chances? Stitch all the good qualities together. Yes, Godiva, stitch all the good qualities together. But do you believe in second chances? Now, this also ties to Calvin, because he spun the block. You read my mind. Yeah, Usher. Do you believe in second chances? Yes and no. I wasn't willing to move. Okay. Now, when I say second chances, that means that if he came back, the one you really wish that it could have worked out between y'all, and you're right, Mark, there is no such thing as perfection, but you can get what's perfect for you. So let me say this. Is it that one that got away and you just said, man, it would have worked out, but, you know, it just didn't. Godiva says, no, I've had lust at first sight. Now, I'm going to get to that part too, because sometimes you could just look and say, if only for one night. Yeah. Yeah. All I need is one mic. All I need is one night. One night. Some of them you just, and women have these thoughts too. You just say, I just want to hit that one time. That's it. Some of us women, we can see certain qualities in a man, and you could say, yeah, then you could say, but that's all he good for. Some like men, we do the same thing. That's all they good for. Godiva says, yes, the current one lasted and has lasted for the past 23 years. Hey, but prior to that, no. I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you. But Calvin gave her a second chance. I wanted to ask, do you believe in second chances? Because if the right one, male or female, that you had before came back, because we spinning the block, would you give them a second chance? Do you believe in second chances? Now, I believe that everybody can be given the benefit of the doubt. Don't get me wrong. But do you truly believe in second chances? I'm wondering. Answer that in the chat. Do you believe in second chances? Angie says yes. You believe in second chances. Toya says right. Okay. I'm just asking, do you believe in second chances? Do you believe that maybe they've grown? Times are different. There are so many different dynamics that could be. Just wondering, would you believe in second chances? Because on today's show, Conversation with Cookie B, I was thinking about the teasers that I gave y'all, how I asked somebody on a date, unsuccessfully, and that's okay. But Calvin reconnected with someone. Who is someone that you wish you could reconnect with? Okay. If an ex contacted you right now, how would you respond? Do you believe in second chances? Those are the questions that I'm asking today on this conversation. Godiva says, going through my Rolodex of exes, hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Toya says, I do. I have redated. How did that work out, Toya? How did that work out when you redate someone? And Mark says, she and I need a second time around. Sometimes that is it. Because back then, we young. I could do things differently. I've grown as a person. Sometimes that can be different. It can be different. Hey, Tracy. Tracy says, hell no. Hell to the no. To the no. There's no copyright infringement. That we just saying this on the song. Godiva says, I do believe, but the person has to be worth it. It's real situational. I agree with that. Dolores said it would depend on why we parted. That can be a good one because there are certain things. Is it once a cheater, always a cheater? Or maybe the leopard did change his spots. Maybe back then he didn't realize, hey, baby, I should have never cheated on you. You were already the one. I just was foolish. I didn't recognize your worth. Toya says, we are XX again. Oh, well, hey. That's all right. Shalimar says, second time around, give me one. Yeah, I'll do it again, just as long as I'm with you. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes, like we said, it could be the right person, wrong time. Sometimes we have to grow up and realize, yeah, I could have did that different. But I'm just bringing this up because we have someone in our quote unquote family now, because once you on Conversations with Cookie B and we've heard your story, we're vested. We're invested in that, and we really want it to be your story, and we want to see it through to the end. So Calvin has advised us, after we didn't heard about the women that he's been through, and he was so very, and I'm thankful for him being open and honest and sharing, he's found the one. He's also asked her to marry him. Now, this is somebody from his past, but second time could be different. Toya says, but that doesn't mean another one might get a chance. That's right. Now, it depends on, like you guys have put in the chat, what were the circumstances that we parted? Could it be that, and what if he came back singing Anita Baker? I apologize. Oh, believe me, operator, get my baby on the line. Because just the other night, we had a horrible fight. And I admit that I was out of control. But I still love that man with my body and soul. Now the road gets rough. We say things we don't not say. And I didn't mean to treat my daddy that way. I apologize. So if he came back very, 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 very apologetic, male and female, do you believe you would give him a second chance? Do you believe you would have gave him a second chance? He better sing it. That's all right. He better sing that song to you. Sing it. I apologize. D-Lo says, I would definitely give my friend in Cali a second chance. He's been married 4 times, so definitely not to be hitched. You know what? Now, that friend in Cali that you talking about, D-Lo, if he came and made I'm sorry, let me set it up for you. Let me set it up for you. If he made a phone call right now and said, baby, I'm on my way. Don't worry about where we gonna stay tonight, because I got the whole weekend planned out. Oh, you said yes. That's all right. If he said I'm on my way, don't worry about nothing. I got the whole weekend planned out. D-Lo said, yeah, you give him a second chance. I don't blame you. Mark says, I'm going to send you a link to my song, Perpetual Brew Cookie. You can share it if you like. Okay, I will. Perpetual Brew. Well, all right then. So I'm asking that question because this came up in a dream also. And you guys know I'm really particular about my dreams. And I try to pay attention. I'm sorry, I had messed up my hair. I try to pay attention to a lot of my dreams. But second chances are sometimes necessary. Second chances are sometimes mandatory. Now, it depends on the circumstances. It depends on so many different variances. But in that second chance, there also has to be forgiveness. In that second chance, there also has to be forgiveness. We don't know what was going on with that person, and they don't really know what's going on with you. But if you do happen to do a second chance, let's not keep bringing up the past, because we've grown, we've evolved. We're doing a second chance because this is going to be better than the first one, because we've learned. We've lived and we've learned. Even if you are currently married today, in your relationship with your husband or your wife, sometimes everything don't go perfect, but they are entitled to a second chance. And when I say entitled to a second chance, it could be, baby, I know we were supposed to go out. I got busy, but let's try this again tomorrow. That's still a second chance. That's still another way of doing something that you promised you would do. That's another way of saying, I apologize. Because sometimes it can be hard for a man and a woman to admit that they were wrong. When it comes to a second chance, you have to be willing to do the work. Now, when I'm saying a second chance, if you realize that it's not worth it, don't do it. Not at all. If you realize that their behavior has been disrespectful, them coming back, may not change a damn thing. Sometimes your second chance can be, I'm glad you okay, but I'm going to keep you right there, because I truly believe when people show you who they are, believe them. So sometimes that second chance can be, baby, we just friends. We're not going all the way. But I know that this part of my life right here, where you were, is over. So the second chance may be, we just friends. We're not going all the way back to the way things were. But forgiveness may be a key to getting to the next one. Forgiveness may be the key to letting go of the reins. Somewhere between breaking down and breaking open, I learned how to stop gripping life like it owed me something. Sometimes that second chance can be your lifetime. So let's not let both of us, all of us, let's not be so quick to judge. But a second chance don't mean you have to go all the way. You can still set boundaries. You can still say, baby, I know we may not get to that level we was at, but we still can remain friends. Remember my mama said, don't burn your bridges. Don't burn them. They may need to come to you. You may not definitely need to go to them, but they may need to come back, cross that bridge to you. You just need to remember, not relive. Yeah. I may have to spin the block. I may have to give somebody a second chance, but just know that comes with boundaries, a lot of boundaries. So if you're single and he's apologetic, if you're single and she says, baby, I'm sorry, let's try again, give it a shot, but be careful. But then again, this time it may work. This time it may work. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's coming up on that time. Man, time just goes so fast when we having these conversations. Mark, this could have been your confirmation. I don't care what you're going through. Second chances it may not mean you in there to win, but forgiveness. Let that be part of the reason why we're even speaking. Because don't ever let nobody steal your joy. Don't do that. But if you thinking about, yeah, you know what? Me and her was working on it and then we just fell apart, but I want her back. Maybe, maybe not. Some things are irreparable. A lot of things are irreplaceable, but long as you have peace, you don't need nothing else. You don't need a damn thing. And don't spin the block or give second chances because you're scared of what's out there. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Get on out there because what could be coming to you could sure be better than what you left. A lot better. A lot better. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Joy is the climate. Happiness is the weather. Yes, yes, yes. We are already at 105 degrees today here in Las Vegas. The weekend is upon us tomorrow. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. I surely do thank you guys for tuning in every Tuesday and Thursday. You are so right. Kelly, happy Juneteenth. I hope you guys that are in Chicago, my fans that are in Chicago, I hope you guys are able to go and see the Presidential Center. I won't be able to see it until August because I won't be there until August for my 40th year reunion. And that's one of the things we're going to do. I will be there. I will be there in August and I can't wait to share that part with you. All right, you guys. Happy Juneteenth. Enjoy tomorrow because I know a lot of you guys may be off work. Happy Juneteenth. Have a wonderful weekend. I cannot express and thank you guys enough for tuning in every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I am now able to go live on TikTok, so I may be doing some pop-up lives so I can get comfortable on that platform. I treat every day like the weekend. You are so funny. You're right. Treat every day like the weekend. All right, you guys. This has been this episode of Conversations with Cookie B. There is love at first sight. There is lust at first sight. Spinning the block or giving somebody a second chance may be their best chance. Everybody deserves forgiveness. So it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. But keep in mind, it's your thing. Do whatever you want to do. You grown. Hey there. Thank you guys. Happy Juneteenth. I will see you guys next Tuesday for another interesting and exciting conversation with Cookie B. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I love you guys. I'm about to go to dinner with my girlfriend Coco. I am going to try one of the drinks at the restaurant. I gave up on that. I'm just going to go ahead and have a drink, and I'll pick up again next week. But I haven't really drank all week. I've been on my kabuchu, my sea moss, all of that. So I deserve it. So do you. Here's to you. Thank you guys so much. See you Tuesday. I love you. This is this episode. It's so, I don't even want to go. I want to keep this conversation going, but I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you. See you Tuesday.